What's going on here on Fusion Real Estate Investing Network? And I'm very excited, Chelsea, because we're going to be talking about how to find deals. And I love, how to find deals.
If you can't find no deals, you can't make no money.
Exactly. So. It's like you make your money in the transactions. So the more transactions you make, the more money you make. So how do you find these deals? We're going to be talking about MLS.
If you're everywhere.
Right. If you're an agent or you work with an agent, if you're working with an experienced agent, how to find one perhaps, or what to tell the agent to look for, right? You got to communicate what you're looking for. And then you're going to talk about some marketing material.
I'm going to talk about every single thing that I do, how I find deals. I definitely find them multiple different ways. I'll give you an example of what I did today. So let me tell everybody exactly what I do too.
What you do today?
Well, today I bought a property. So here at Billwood Properties, what we do is we actually buy properties, fix them up, put tenants in place, sell them to investors that's looking for a cash flow property. But today I actually helped out a lady, a very nice lady.
I saw the video.
I did.
The video. Yeah,
so there's multiple ways to get a deal. This lady actually lives right beside a half duplex that I picked up. She's seen us there renovating the house, and she actually had a tax lien on her house.
Oh, okay.
And if she didn't sell it by the end of this month, they were just going to kick her out. And
Wow.
she would have lost her house. And she would have got absolutely no money.
Okay, so how did so she saw you working there, and then she approached you approached her? How did that happen? How did that interact?
Yeah, so actually I bought the duplex right beside of her, both sides. So we was renovating that. I think that caught her eye.
Okay.
Then we were renovating the other duplex beside her that was attached to her house. So her son actually came out and said that they may be interested in selling the property.
Okay.
Well, actually, when they approached me, they didn't know what to do because they were going to get kicked out of their house at the end of this month. And I said, well, what you could do is stay in your house and get kicked out, which is never, which is never a good option. Or you could sell the property. The property needed over $20,000 worth of work.
But they were living in there, so what?
They were. They probably shouldn't have been living in it because
gotcha.
it was in that bad a condition, and she's pretty old. So what I actually did was I was able to buy her house from her, so she could walk away with some money also. And we're actually going to find her a safe place to live in.
Okay. So she wants to rent now? Is that what?
Yeah. So now she wants to rent. She couldn't come up. It was like $1,000 lien.
Yeah.
She couldn't come up with that much money. And I said, "What's holding you back?" And she said that she just didn't know how she was going to be able to find a place to live in. Just because she's been living there for 30 years, she was just scared. She shut down. She was in her shell. I said, if you stay here till the end of the month, they're going to end up kicking you out, and you're still going to be stuck in a really bad situation. But we were able to help her.
So she owned it free and clear?
She owned, that's the thing in the U.S. This goes to everybody out there. I'm pretty sure it's like that in other countries. But even if you own your house free and clear, you have to pay your real estate taxes.
That's right.
So she owned her house free and clear.
You don't pay your taxes?
But she didn't pay her taxes, so she was still about to get kicked out. So I was able to pay her back taxes. Plus she had a couple other liens she had to pay off. And she was able to put some money in her pocket. She was really, really happy because she
saw
didn't
that
know
video.
what she was going to do.
She seemed like you gave her a hand, and it was a win-win there. So it's pretty good.
So now we're going to renovate.
Right. So on that end, basically, just being friendly and being open with the people that approach you. You want to kind of be friendly, right?
Well, you want to tell everybody what you do.
Yeah, what you're doing.
If you're renovating a house. You never know. The person right beside you may want to sell their house. You could even put out a sign today. I can show you. Kind of
got some "We Buy Houses" sign in the house.
Yeah. So this is what we put up there. We buy houses. That's a bandit sign. You could do that, or you could get them cheaper, blank. You could just write whatever you want there. You could post them. you know, right on the property that you're renovating,
right.
Telephone poles, high traffic areas. We do bandit signs also.
I like that. I like that. I personally, you know, as many of you probably, you don't know me, I'm a real estate agent here in Hagerstown that specializes with buy and hold investors here. One of the things that I use, and a lot of wholesalers use, and a lot of people that want to buy and hold properties, that want to deal directly with the seller, is cold calling is one of the probably most direct ways you can reach your clients. You can do bulk, and you can reach out, you can be in front of them over the phone. That's one. Door knocking is another one that works very well, especially if you're good with people, and if you make them feel comfortable. At least if they say no, they're going to remember your name, they're going to remember your number. So that's the whole point. It's just being in front of them. Hey, do you need my service? Can we make something work? If it's a no, then let me go to the next. But when time comes, I want you to call me. Right. That's the whole point of prospecting. So what you're talking about, you know, marketing and that's beautiful because it does work. People see it. You know, you put it in front of the potential sellers, which is a beautiful thing. So cold calling, then there's door knocking. Which, by the way, you guys, if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment. Let's do some shout outs right now. Who's here?
I'm just trying to share it out here real quick. The intro was pretty quick.
So, we're going to answer all your questions you have, just like any other show you guys seen in Fusion Real Estate Investing Network. Comment right down on the video, right below the video, put your question, and we're going to answer them. Any questions in regards to marketing, how to find deals, whether it be buy and hold multifamily or single family homes, half a duplex, etc., etc. How many people have that are currently watching?
Oh, it's building up.
Okay, it's building up. Now, who's showing up right now? You want some shout outs?
Oh, there we go. Christian out there with the smiley faces. Christian's had some success out there. He's actually part of the Fusion Real Estate
shout out to him. You know,
group.
Actually, Christian, I remember not too long ago, was it 3-4 months ago, he came in. And he zero properties, was very hungry, and that's how you know when somebody is just wanted something, he wants to do it or he's going to do it. And I think he took the step towards getting it, and now he has a duplex and a half a duplex, and now he wants to build more. So props to him, and we wish you, you know, we want you to build your portfolio. And but in this episode, we're talking about how do we find these deals, right? So we talked about prospecting, which would be cold calling, door knocking. Bandit signs. What are the other things that you do?
Bandit signs. Also, another thing here. Again, this is what you need to do to find a deal. Just postcards. There you go. This postcard we send out. It says we buy houses. Then it lists maybe some of the problems they're going through. You want to hit their pain point. And then hopefully they give you a call. You want to have a follow-up system on the back end so you can keep, you know, hitting them up if, you know, it doesn't pop right away. Then we actually have a website which captures their information. And then it sends them out an automatic email, or we have somebody that calls them right away also. So you could do that. And then I'll give you this little tip. So this card right here, as you could see, we sent it out to this person here, and it came back, which meant either the person moved or they didn't have a forward address. So a good thing with this is most investors may stop here. That means this postcard did not get to this person. Then you can, you know, look them up on Facebook. They also have some systems on the internet, so you can do what's called skip tracing. To try to get their phone number or address that they're at. So whenever you get this, comes back with this, that means it didn't get to the person. Just know a lot of other investors may stop at that point. So you may be the only person that chases this lead down.
Which is a great point. It's a beautiful point. One of the things that I could say, like some ninja tips here, if you have no money, okay, so a lot of people could say, oh well, you know, Charles, Christian, I don't have the money. You know, how am I gonna afford bandit signs, some mailings? I have zero money, but I have all the hunger in the planet to go ahead and find this deal, so I can partner with these people and we can get something going. So one of the things that I can tell you. You have to go to all the information is recorded on the what is it called? MD tag, SDAT. There we go. So you find all the owners of the property. Okay, so we're gonna put the website there for you guys to, once we're done with the video. You go to that website and it's gonna tell you. All you have to put is the address. Okay, you find the address. Well, first things first. if you live in a neighborhood, I bet you 100% there's a deal somewhere within a mile radius of your neighborhood right now. Somebody looking to sell.
Actually, Christian was slacking on his Mac. And here's why I'm going to say that. Christian actually lives right beside of the house I bought today.
Really?
I think he has a bandit sign right across the street on a telephone pole. But to be fair, I was in that neighborhood first renovating.
Right.
So we just, that goes back to, it's trying to get to that person first before everybody else.
Yeah, because there's competition everywhere. You just have to kind of be on point with that. And going back to what I was saying, if you don't have money, right? You have no money, so this is what you have to do. Go around your neighborhood, find a home that needs some work. Maybe the grass is high, maybe the window is broken, maybe you can tell nobody has been living here for a year or two. What do? Write down the address, go to this website, then you're gonna find that property, find who the owner is, okay? You're gonna find the mailing address, okay? And secondly, if you can't find, let's say you send mails and he's not answering your call or calling you, then you go ahead and go to ypremiumpages.com, you know, and find the number of those sellers.
Give him a call.
Yeah, give him a call. Give him a call, or go ahead if they live around your neighborhood. Go ahead, door knocking, and introduce yourself, what you do. And you never know. You do that 100 times, I'm sure that you're going to get one deal out of that.
And that's totally free.
Yeah, 100% free. I mean, there's no excuses. If you have no money, get busy, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's things to do. And what other things?
So again, that website is called SDAT. So you could just put it, if you're in Maryland, it's SDAT.
Yeah.
It'll pop up. Then you should look for the link that's like real property search. You just click on that, and then you put in the county, the street address, and then you can actually pull up the whole street, or you can put that actual address in and it just pops that up.
Correct.
So that's a good tip.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's free. Anybody can do it. Now, this is another thing that I can tell you is...
Christian said no way.
No way. So what you do, another thing that you can do is leverage the people and the expertise of other people. So I'll give you an example. If you live in Baltimore, if you live in Hagerstown, for instance, and you know nothing about investing, you want to get into investing, call me, right? Or if you're in Baltimore, call somebody that specializes, because somebody that's very passionate at what they do, they will talk for hours about what they know, because they just are so passionate, they want to share what they know, okay? So if you call me, or anybody calls me and is honest with me, say, Christian, look, I'm hungry, you know, I've been watching videos, I've been doing this, and I want to ask you a couple questions, okay? Well, guess what? I'm going to answer every single one of them in detail, because I'm very passionate about sharing and helping them. Yeah. So find those people that love what they do, that are passionate what they do, and then you're going to learn a lot from them. I think you're going to save a lot of time, especially when it comes to a marketplace, okay? Because you can go online, you can do all these things, but the people that are boots on the ground, selling, doing many transactions, understanding the neighborhoods, right? Sales price, rental values, you know, condition, composition, the tenancy, everything, okay? Make sure you reach out to these experts in your market and get to know them, introduce yourself, and be honest. Say like, hey, look, I'm starting out, this is where I am, this is where I want to go, can you help me? You know, maybe 3 are going to say no, but you're going to find your yes, and the one that's going to help you, it's going to give you everything you need. So that's a free tip. I mean, all you have to do is pick up the phone and reach out to 4, 5, 6 different real estate agents and find the one that you get along with and that can educate you. So that would be one of the best things that, you know, looking back, I should have done, because sometimes it's like a learning curve, which there's nothing wrong doing your own due diligence. I actually suggest you do. But if you want to jump in and learn a lot more really quick, is by finding these experts.
Here's a free tip. Listen up. Here's a free tip. This happened today.
Okay.
I actually had a lot of free marketing that happened to me today. So basically, I was presenting a deal to another rehabber. So go to a networking event, which we have one coming up this Saturday at noon.
March 3rd.
Yes, at Bulls and Bears.
Free!
It's free. It's in Hagerstown. It's downtown. The food's good. Stop by. So this person goes to our networking meeting. So I presented a deal to her because she retail flips.
Okay.
So that's why it's important to be
right.
part of some type of group so you can get some deals. So I presented a deal to her. it didn't fit for exactly what she was looking for, but she didn't pay a dime to be able to look at that deal.
Right.
But guess what else happened? I presented that deal to her. Then she, in turn, presented me with 4 other deals.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I presented a deal to her. She wasn't interested. She presented 4 deals back to me. I think I'm interested in about 2 of them.
Okay.
The other 2 probably don't fit what I'm looking for. But that was totally free. So go to a networking meeting.
Yeah.
Make sure you give your business cards out or put the contacts in your phone, but then take it a step further and make sure you're calling the person or texting the person just so they know that you're looking for deals or know what kind of deals you're looking for. It's completely free. You come to a free event like we have. You pass out not your postcards, your business cards, or put the phone numbers in your phone and then text and call. You could get a deal and it's completely free.
Absolutely. Especially if you're a wholesaler. I mean, you need to be finding the people that need something and find that and give it to them. And then you can make some money doing that. You save
Everybody's looking for a win-win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she wasn't interested in what I had, but she was like, hey, by the way, I was really thinking about you today when this guy presented this deal. How about these 4 properties? And I was like, oh, you know what? I am interested in it. So it's about always building relationships also, and it doesn't cost money to build a relationship. Other free marketing tips.
Yeah. Other free marketing, like I said, door knocking, especially just using that tool as that is one of the most beautiful things because it's absolutely 100% free. Okay. It just takes time, but that's okay. If you don't have the money, you must have the time and put the effort into getting a deal.
Here's a free tip. Yeah. We should have maybe named this free tips to get deals with no money.
Yeah, we should have named that.
So here's another free tip. You're probably watching this on your phone or social media. Maybe it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you may be at. Maybe some other different things. Why not pick your phone up and shoot a video and tell everybody what you do. Tell them that you buy houses, what kind of houses you're looking for. And that's completely free. Here's what happened when I did that. I shot a video when I paid somebody $1,000 referral fee. By the way I do that, if somebody brings me a deal, I pay them $1,000. So I shot a video giving that person a $1,000 check. I shared that video out. And I was able to come across an owner finance deal that didn't require me to have any money. That was at 0% interest. Free. Anybody out there that's watching this could have done that. Shot the video, shared it out, get in front of the right person. They're going to call you or message you. And there you go. You got a free lead, which turned into an owner finance deal at 0%.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all about being in front. Like, you know, find your target audience. Who are you? Who do you want? Who do you want to listen? Right? Who do you want? You want something from somebody. So be in front of them. And there's many ways to do it. There are free ways. You can pay for it. But I mean, if you don't have the money, again, there's no excuses. Go ahead, go to SDAT and get those numbers and start calling, start dialing. Other tips and tricks that I can tell you. Okay, so now let's say you are working with a real estate agent. Okay, let's say you are. We talked a little bit about the beginning side. Now, what if you're seasoned? You already have a couple properties, and you want your next rental per se, or your next flip, right? One of the things that I can tell you as a real estate agent here in Hagerstown, one of the things you got to look at, and obviously talk to your agent about, is, hey, look, I want you to give me a list of all the owners that have never ever put their property in the MLS, that have owned it for more than 20, 30 years.
That's good too.
Okay, why? Why are we doing that? Because people that own it for 10, 20, 30 years, specifically 20 to 30 years, number one, most of them are like 60 up, right? 65, 75. What does that mean? They're about to retire, right? They might or they might not need the money. When they're 75 years old, they know they're going to probably pass away in the next 10, 20, 30 years. So it's at that point that they decide there's 2 things, whether you or anybody in this world, and this is just a life, I mean, it's life. When you're 75 years old, you're either going to sell your assets or give it to your kids. And if your kids don't want it, you're going to sell it and distribute to your kids. Or you die and your kids take it all for themselves, right? So it's just simple. It happens. It's always going to happen.
Exactly what you just described there was the deal that I got today. She's never listed the property on the MLS. She's owned it for 30 plus years. So if you pulled that list,
she's probably there.
She would have been.
And she probably got my call too.
Yeah.
What was the property? What's the property?
Forest Drive.
Okay, Forest
707
probably,
Forest Drive.
Man. I mean, this is the thing. You guys have to find that target group. That's so important. Aside the message that you're gonna be telling me when you're in front of them, is who am I targeting? Who do I want to make a deal with? Then isolate them and then communicate a message that relates to them. That's it. That's all you have to do. So just that tip that I told you is get your real estate agent to give you a list of properties, which a real estate agent that's savvy could get you a list with the tax assessment and filter in a way where they can find a list of properties that where owners never put on the MLS that they own for 20 plus years. And I bet you 100%, because I know this, I do this on a daily. All these people are in 55 up, 65, 75, and they're very, leaning towards selling, or at least curious about how much their property is worth, because again, they're either going to give it to their kids or they're going to sell it. And it's your job, if they're going to sell it to you, right?
Yeah. So, and again, what you guys out there also have to understand, and I'm saying this to remind myself also, is a lot of these people may be stuck in a situation that they're embarrassed about or they don't feel good about. So they're just looking for somebody to reach out to them with a solution. Like, hey, I can help you out of this problem that you have. This is what we could do. This is how it's going to benefit you. And there you go. You have a deal. Yeah. It's just that simple. Talk to people. You just got to be, you have to tell everybody what you're doing. So in the same conversation I had today with another investor, I offered a property. She offered back 4 properties. And then she also told me about somebody that just moved a property, that they just sold a property that's looking to invest some cash also. So that could be a JV partner, because that means they have money. It could be somebody that you sell wholesale one of your deals to. It also could be a buyer that's maybe looking for a rental property. So you just need to have those key conversations out there. I was walking in the mall today, actually. This is a free tip. So I try to post as much as I possibly can, shoot videos, to help add value, and also just document my life. And I'm also trying to show my kids out there, well, my two daughters, what they need to be and not need to be doing on social media. But with this, I was walking into the mall, and I was actually stopped today. Hey man, I've been watching your YouTube stuff. Like, you just make it sound so easy. I can't believe it's that easy. So I asked him some key questions. Yeah. Right out front in the parking lot. I said, okay, well, do you have a job? He's like, yeah, I'm a truck driver. I'm like, okay, great. Check box. There's that check box. He has income. A job. Yeah, he has income. Next question. I said, what's your credit score? He told me he told me his credit score. I said, you know what? Excuse me. I said, you're right on the borderline. I said, it's going to be a little touchy, but do you have any credit cards? He was like, no, I don't have any credit cards. I said, go out and get a credit card and pay it off so your credit score bumps up. He was like 5 points off. That's it. Oh, wow. So then I said, where do you want to live at? He was like, oh, I'm living in Martinsburg, West Virginia right now. I said, well, guess what? I have an 1,800 square foot house that I'm selling for $79,000 that's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Next question I asked him, I said, can you afford a $600 or $700 mortgage payment? He looked at me like I was crazy. He was like, yeah. I said, okay. Then he was like, well, I have this much money saved up. I'm like, well, the great thing is that you ran into me. I'm solving a problem. Right. I said, I could sell you the house at $79,000 and you could come to the table with $0. Right. I'll structure the deal in a way that you come with $0. All you have to do is go to the bank and get pre-approved. And that day while he was walking outside the mall. He had no idea that he was that close to buying a property. And so anyways, that goes back to shooting videos on YouTube. Somebody's gonna notice you when you're walking in a place,
100%.
and then you could tell them how you're going to solve your problem, like solve their problem. He just didn't know he could buy a house. So now the next step is he has to take action. So I'm gonna give him a call by the end of this week, probably tomorrow, because you got an ABC, always be closing. So you know that happened right there. Just a conversation walking into the mall. Hopefully we can make a deal happen out of it. I don't know.
That's a beautiful. But see, hey, if you do that multiple times, one of them is gonna get done. Now, here's another free tip that I can tell you. When we're talking about social media, right? So when you go to YouTube, for instance, if you're a wholesaler, and I told this to Cristhian also, so hopefully he implements that. I think it's gonna be big for him. When you do videos, do casual videos. You know, do educational videos. Talk about what you do on a daily basis. Put it on YouTube, and when you put it on YouTube, have a mindset of SEO, or for those people that don't know SEO. So when somebody goes into YouTube and types something in there, you want to be on the first page, right? How do you do that? Where you want to make sure that you're targeting those keywords that people are typing. So for instance, if somebody's going to go, let's say reverse engineer a little bit. If you're a seller, right, and you're going to sell your home and you are motivated, you got to sell it quick. Where are you going to go? On YouTube or Google, right? How to sell my house quick. Right? So why not make a video on how to sell your house quick, right? And make it educational, fun, entertain, you know, and just put it on YouTube, explain what you do, and if your video pops up, it has more chances of getting a lead. That's what happened to me. I do a lot of videos on YouTube, and I got a couple deals, like, you know, with investors. You know, I closed a couple deals from them. You know, it's just me having fun, putting it on YouTube, but having being conscious of keywording, right? What keywords are people looking at? So that's another free tip that you have to do. It doesn't cost you a penny.
There's a lot of free tips.
That's a lot of free tips, man.
Here's another free tip.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so Mark chimed in. He said probate court leads. That's a good one.
Okay.
So here's a free tip. Google probate lawyers. Call the lawyers up, shoot them an email, let them know that you're looking to buy properties cash, you're really not worried about the condition, and when they call you or send you an email, make sure you could close the deal. That's a free lead. Just reach out to the lawyers. I bought a couple properties like that. I know, so there's a lawyer here that's locally, and so what he does is he actually buys notes that's in default.
Oh, wow, okay.
So after they default on the loan, he forecloses on the property. He's not looking to, you know, keep the asset.
Right.
And then he reaches out to me. I buy the property from him.
That's interesting.
So that's a free tip.
There we go.
So that came from Mark. And then Cristhian said, what list or niche would you door knock? It's a good question.
Okay, well, I'll answer that one first. So the question is which niche or which target group should I door knock first? Well, I will tell you this. It really depends. For me, I love the fact, because I am a buy and hold investor as well as a real estate agent. So by that nature, I want to work with sellers of multifamily, right, apartment buildings. So ultimately, most of the people that I have helped in the past couple of years, all the dozens of deals that I closed, most of them are actually 60 and up. You know, because you got to remember, just like me and the people watching and Charles, we build our portfolio to one day sell or give it to our kids. So you just have to be in front of them at the right time with the right message. And then if they like you and they trust you and they feel that we can work with you, then you're going to be able to do a business. You're going to be able to close a deal with them. And one of the biggest reasons, too, why I want to target that group is because they probably 7 times out of 10 own it free and clear. When I say that, there should be a ringer in your head saying seller finance. So every time you see that, when somebody owns it free and clear, okay, they own it for a while, they're going to pay huge capital gain taxes. So you can be in front of them and tell them, hey, why don't you become the bank? Don't pay those capital gain taxes right now. Spread it over, right? So you can do that. And I think it's a win-win. And to answer your question, Cristhian, I would say that if you want to get into buy and holding and you don't want to go to the bank, because believe me, going to the banks, it might be,
Could be painful.
It can be really painful. Not only,
but it works.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not only like just financially, because they charge you origination points and blah 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 blah. So it just takes a little bit of time. But when you do seller financing, you can, if you find them everywhere, you can close a lot of deals that way. So to answer your question, I would go with that. If you're a buy and hold investor, make sure you find those people that have owned the properties for a long time. Now, if you're looking to find, let's say, people that want to sell that are distressed properties, then that's a whole different ballgame. It all depends on what you're trying to do.
Here's another free tip.
Yeah, go ahead.
This just happened to me while I was in Las Vegas. Actually, I got a lot of work done while I was in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So reach out to banks. Find that person that may be on the commercial side that's doing commercial loans for investors. So I had a bank that reached out to me. They were like, hey, we're foreclosing. It was a list of properties. It wasn't just one. They were like, hey, we're foreclosing on this property, these properties right here. I was like, well, this was free. Mm-hmm. He reached out to me because he knows I'm buying in this market. He's a commercial banker.
Right.
They had to foreclose. They just want to get rid of the assets and not have to list the property.
Correct.
Possibly get it vandalized, that type of stuff. So he reached out to me, sent me a list. I told him, hey, I can pay this much for the properties. They didn't go for my first offer. But I was able to hammer out one deal.
Right.
And that happened while I was in Vegas. So I was not even in the market that I'm at. He emailed me
here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he emailed me, said, hey, I have these properties. I gave him an offer. He rejected the first offer, but we hammered out one deal that was free just from having a relationship. And actually what that relationship was built off of, and anybody can build it, is I just refer a lot of investors that are looking for funding.
Right,
I refer
right.
to him, so I'm on top of his mind because I refer him so much business. So free tip, refer people to other people that you want in your network, so when they're thinking of, oh, what problem do I have? I'm pretty sure Charlie can solve it. Reached out to me. We're hammering out a deal. That was free. So that was from a bank. Mark said probate. We went over that. Niches. What was the other free deal? Because I've been getting a lot of free deals here lately.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't complain. So anything.
We talked about cold calling, door knocking, we probate leads, right? We talked about bandit signs, mailings.
Here's another one. You could just get a whole sheet of paper, right? Put on there, you buy houses, call this number, right?
Yep.
Cut the paper in 4 squares. And then just take some tape and maybe go put it on people's houses. I don't know if people are going to like it or not, but try it.
You got to try.
Take the tape, put it on the door. You might even want to, offer some type of referral that's on there. And just to get your phone ringing, you have to do multiple different things. You could do this, I guess.
Yeah.
So, as you know, I was at the 10X.
10X?
Yeah, so I was at the 10X Growth Con in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
I think my throat is a little messed up from being there. But anyways, it was 3 jam-packed days. Of a lot of stuff. I guess you could do a bracelet. I don't know how this would work, but I don't know if anybody can see that out there. Actually, I probably shouldn't show it because I don't know how the ads would do after that. But anyways, there's multiple different ways to market for free or low money.
Absolutely. And the thing is this, when you do a lot of content, when you do these videos more every day or every week, people start kind of associating you with that area of expertise. So if you do that, so if you're like the guy that buys properties quick and you keep saying it and saying it and saying it, everybody's gonna remember, oh wait, we can sell it to him. He's been talking about this thing for years. So make sure you do that. Brand yourself as the guy that can help you buy their home, right?
Here's a free tip. I almost forgot about this free
up?
tip. Here's a free tip. If you're watching this video, and I'm pretty sure it's for yourself too.
Yeah.
If you're watching this video, right now I have a buy. So it's going to be a buy and flip property, a retail flip that I'm wholesaling. So if you see this video, it's free. Well, the house ain't free, but this lead's free. I'm telling you, I have a property that I'm willing to wholesale where you can make a profit. There's your free lead.
Yeah.
Let me give him one more free lead. You got to have free leads too.
ahead.
I'm pretty sure you do. Second free lead. If you're watching this video, I also have some rental properties that's going to work very good for you to buy and hold. Here's a free lead. So I have rental properties anywhere from single families to duplexes that you can buy and hold. Free lead.
Right.
I know you got
I
some
have
free
one.
leads.
If you, for instance, are a buy and hold investor, I have a 6-unit building right now. The owner's
Which
willing
is a good one.
The owner's willing to finance 20%, up to 20%. So you might work a deal
Did
with
that
the
just
bank.
change?
Yeah, that just changed.
That just changed.
I
He
was-
didn't tell me, so he told everybody before he told me.
So you guys have to understand a couple of things.
I might have somebody that's interested.
You guys have to actually find out what opportunities can you find in a marketplace and how to be in front of those opportunities, okay? So the first one, how do you know what the opportunities are? Network with people like we talked about. Network with people in the associations, meetups.com, March 3rd, Saturday at 12. Join us. Learn
This Saturday.
And you start learning from books, learning from people. Okay, that's how you find out what opportunities are in the marketplace. Now, how can you position yourself to get those opportunities? That's just by taking action, man. Do those mailings. If you got to write them down 3 hours a day, you have to do it, right? Until you get some money coming in and you can delegate that. So make sure you start doing this marketing, do it consistently.
Yeah, I have a feeling at this Saturday's group, there always are deals there. But again, myself, I just came across a lot of free leads and a lot of deals that I'm even going to be able to bring to the table. The deal that you just said, it's pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, I
If
think
the
so,
owner's holding the 20%, it's a nice building. I think it's pretty much maintenance free.
Yeah,
on
it's
the
maintenance
outside.
free, beautiful. It's vinyl windows, great siding, off-street parking. I mean,
You
nice,
watch,
beautiful
Mike.
deck. It's very, very nice. So make sure you reach out to us with any questions you guys have. I think we're gonna wrap it up.
One
now.
other thing,
Okay.
Mark said, buy house T-shirt, wear it to the O's game, phone number on the back. Well, wow, that's gonna get you a lot of people seeing your shirt. But that actually is a good point. You can buy a shirt, screen print it with what's on your postcard there, wear it around so people know what you're doing. Or you could raise money that way. Also, you could just say, whatever. I give people 15% returns. If somebody
that's a cool thing.
If somebody sees you with a shirt that says that you give 15% returns, somebody's going to call you. And the people that call you are going to have money.
Yeah.
Because if you're in front of anybody that has money and you're saying, I'm giving a 15% return, they're going to call you.
No brainer, man. So guys, listen, I want you guys to get started. Look, if you're a beginner, okay, just erase those excuses. You don't have money, no credit.
Here you go.
What's up?
We're trying to put together these free leads here. So we have send me the details, please, on that 6 unit. So right there.
Okay.
Action.
Yeah.
He reached out.
Right.
He wants
Right.
details on
Right.
the 6 unit. Now you better give him the details on the 6 unit.
I might have
There
gave
you
you
go.
the, I think it's Amir, right? Amir. I think I might have gave you the 6 unit. Check it out, the finances. That just changed. I talked to her and she's be willing to hold 20%. So if you can work it out,
that deal's going to move.
Oh, it's
What's
going to
that?
move. Yeah, I actually did a show and I mean, I'm supposed to get an offer. So Amir, if you're interested, go ahead, my friend. What other thing that I wanted to tell everybody? Yes, okay, there's no excuse. Eliminate all that bullshit excuse that you have. Eliminate that. It doesn't matter. You don't have money, you don't have credit, but you have the hunger to gain the next property, the next rental. Please, you have to go on these websites. Learn the marketplace, okay? Find the people, meet the people, and just take action, okay? Even if you fail, but at least you're taking action.
He said he didn't know.
Oh, he didn't know.
So you gotta get out
no,
there,
that
man.
just
You gotta
changed.
get out
That's
there.
just changed, man.
Just change. Live update. There
Live
you go.
update, man.
That's how you get a free. That's how you get a free lead.
Yeah.
He told everybody that the details
That's right.
had just changed.
That's right.
He took action. Hopefully, you guys can make a
We'll
deal
see,
happen.
we'll see. But basically, guys, what I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're a beginner, get rid of all excuses and let's get to work. Okay, we're here to help. If you have any questions, private message me, okay, or Charles, or come to our meeting this Saturday. It's free, 100% free.
Yeah.
It's 100% free.
Yeah, and at the meeting, which is this Saturday at noon, Bulls and Bears, we always have a meeting the first Saturday of every month at noon at Bulls and Bears. You're going to be able to find people that have money as far as private funds.
Yep.
So that's check number 1, 2, 3, whatever check.
And then you're gonna find out people that know what property management is, which is the heart of buying and holding.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. So you're going to find the money. I know that for sure. At the meetup, there's going to be somebody there that's lending out money. You're going to find deals. That's for sure. I mean, the lady that I was talking to on the phone today, she's going to be there. So I know she has at least 4 or 5 deals to pitch. So you're going to find deals, you're going to find money. Then you may even be able to find somebody that can try to help you set up all that also.
Yeah.
You're going to find properties that you can flip. You're going to find buy and hold properties. You're going to find an expert realtor that can help you do what you need to do.
Your tenant placement. I mean, how do I find the ideal tenant? How do I get a consistent cash flow?
You told me to smack you, man.
How to maximize your return and minimizing your risk? You only learn that from places where people are actively masterminding, right? Brainstorming. Yeah. So make sure you join us, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today. I had a lot of fun. I think you guys had a lot of free tips.
Free tips. If you put these... all these things that we went over, if you put them all into action or just a few, you should put as many as you can because they're free.
They're free.
You're
100%.
going to get a deal. And if you come across something that maybe you don't know what to do with, reach out to us so we can try to help you work through it. That's all I got.
Beautiful. All right. Sounds good, guys. So we'll see you this Saturday at noon, okay, at Bulls and Bears. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep. See you guys.
See ya.